What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Volts Comics and More. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be going over Thanos. Thanos himself, not just necessarily about the Infinity Gauntlet or about the whole kind of wanting to take over the universe, kind of prove himself to Lady Death, kill as many people as he could, using all the Infinity Stones to basically do his will. I'm actually kind of going beyond that. Kind of more of what Thanos really, or who he really is, or what's really going on in his mind. Now, we know that he has a massive obsession with death. But beyond that, a little bit more recently, his obsession has kind of, well, stood the test of time. This is a story from Marvel's legacy, Thanos Wins. Now, we're just going to kind of start off by going over his lesser points. Basically, this entire storyline is about young Thanos being dragged through space and time just to meet up with his older self. And who best to do that than the Ghost Rider? Now, I'm going to get into who this cosmic Ghost Rider is here in a moment, but let me just kind of explain to you why old King Thanos needed the help of young Thanos in the first place. So here we're going to span through 13 and 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Don't worry though, I'm not really going to make this video super long. I'm just gonna go over the gist of it, because I'm also going to go over the annual as well, which kind of tells a little bit darker tales. But we'll get into that in a minute. So, the new Ghost Rider for the future where Thanos has pretty much already won. Thanos has wiped out every single hero. Everybody. Basically, Thanos, on his conquest to, as always, appeal to death, well, as you can tell, there's really not much to say about what's going on, other than he's basically killing everyone. Here you have Thanos versus the Maestro, which, as you can tell, the Maestro is a future version of the Hulk, and Thanos there is looking a little bit older, so obviously this battle takes place years into the future, and all the stuff that is happening actually does take place sometime in the future. So everything that you're seeing now is not actually coinciding with what is actually going on in the Marvel Universe right at this second. But even after Thanos has made all these kills, he still has one more person that needs to die. And that is somebody known as the Fallen One, or as we would know him today as the Silver Surfer. He, apparently, the Silver Surfer has spent quite some time trying to be worthy to go up against Thanos. And by worthy, yeah, there's that. So, basically, the older Thanos recruited the younger Thanos to fight the Silver Surfer, who is now going by the Fallen One. And there's this huge battle between the four of them. The two Thanos, Ghost Rider, and the Fallen One. And as it turns out, basically the point of the battle pretty much turns out to be in the favor of Thanos as they're ripping his arm off, cutting his connection to Mjolnir. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, that sword is actually Surtur's sword. So Thanos has been quite busy with everything. I mean, it didn't really give an exact date. It doesn't really give an exact date of how far into the future this is actually taking place, except for millions and millions of years. So, I mean, Thanos has been outliving pretty much everybody. He has a cosmic power of Galactus. He has the help and aid of the new Ghost Rider, who had also pretty much been deemed the new Herald. When he's not flying his bike, he's pretty much full on flame on, and even that doesn't save him from certain death, though. But shortly after that, that's when this happens. So, yeah, Silver Surfer, or the Fallen One, has been beaten. And now that I've gotten to the point of where Ghost Rider is dead, let me just kind of go over on who this new Ghost Rider is. So, it all started back when when Thanos had originally, or not originally, but his most recent attack on Earth. Thanos has destroyed pretty much all the heroes of Earth, or Earth's mightiest heroes, I guess, is what they would be called, until one such hero claims that he would do anything to take down Thanos once and for all. And of course, the one and only Mephisto hears his cry, and Frank Castle is now the Ghost Rider. So Frank Castle wants to basically punish Thanos for the ultimate punishment of the ultimate crime. But before we get into all of his upgrades, he actually just kind of started off like this. Just a simple Ghost Rider, decked out in Punisher. Nothing too out of the ordinary, other than, now he's kind of unkillable demon type. But anyway, enter a few years later, Galactus, injured, and yes, that is him bleeding. And he doesn't realize that all of Earth's mightiest heroes have actually been, well, killed by Thanos, as he's been injured by Thanos. Injured very, very, very badly by Thanos. So basically, the Punisher Ghost Rider is now telling Galactus pretty much everything that's been going on. Tries to make a deal with Galactus to become the next Ghost Rider, Herald of Galactus. And there you kind of get a little bit more of his upgrades. Still not totally completed, though, as it says here, second deal with the devil, as he and Galactus run to defeat Thanos. Very next page, the battle is cut very, very short. And when I say cut off, I mean no pun intended, so, nothing to lose your head over. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Thanos realizes that Ghost Rider is pretty much unkillable because he's already, well, dead. So, the third deal with the devil has begun. Oh, and did I mention how the younger Thanos has come to the older Thanos? Yeah, you can thank Frank Castle's Ghost Rider for that. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, the Ghost Rider now, or Frank Castle now, is very loosened up. So basically, Frank Castle's Ghost Rider is almost like a Deadpool kind of characteristic. He just doesn't really care anymore. Frank Castle just kind of finally snapped, and he has kind of a carefree attitude. But back to how he pretty much got Thanos in the first place. Was this little tiny trinket here, part of the Time Stone. And so then brought Thanos back to, well, right where we left him. Oh, gotta stop there. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. The Maestro is the Hulk's pet. And the Surfer just pretty much set him free. Turned him into Bruce Banner. Well, old man Bruce Banner, I should say. By Thanos' hand and Surtur's sword, he gets his wish. So now we're all caught up. Skipping to the very end of the storyline here of Thanos Wins, number 18, the two Thanos realize that they have to, well, do one final act to please Lady Death. You see, it's their assumption that she's dressed for a wedding, but in all actuality, that may not be the case. Younger Thanos and older Thanos has basically killed everybody else in the universe. Oh. Wait. I guess there is one more kill. Yep. So, the showdown between old and young begin. So to kind of make a long story short here, without going into it too much. After all that, the younger Thanos wins. The older Thanos wants him to finish it. And as the old man Thanos begs for him to finish what he started, younger Thanos is very, very disappointed in his older self. He takes the Time Stone, charges it up the way that the Surfer could, so that he can erase the past and never become the begging old man that he now knows. And as time passes, it's turned out that she is not there for a wedding. She's there for a funeral. It goes on to say That the story will end the same every story that has ever been told has ended. With death. Nothing more.